Billy and the Bicycle by McAlister.
In a spot on the map, just north of the east, down a road all alone, sitting last but not least, is the town of Lake Meadow, where we've nearly begun to tell tales of adventures, fantastic and fun. Billy loved to walk about. He did this every day, and often he would hop and skip, especially while he played. He walked to school down Orchard Street, took Middle Main to town. He also walked down Lakeview Way to fish or swim around. His friends like Alice had a bike, and Grace and Timmy too. They rode them everywhere they went, to places like the zoo. That's where Timmy took his pet, a buddy he called Myrtle. A green machine he carried round as Myrtle was a turtle. Alice used her bike to go get apples for a pie. Her basket would be filled right up, and that was pretty high. Grace would ride down Middle Main straight to the garden shop. She'd fill her basket up with seeds and plant them with her crops. The more that Billy saw the bikes, the more he wanted one. He thought to ride around the town might even be more fun. There are lots of rules he'd have to know to make sure he was safe. To check out books and read them all, the library is the place. He read about when you should yield, obey the traffic laws, to make sure that his helmet fit and also had no flaws. He didn't want to ride at night. He'd check his bike each day. He'd watch for potholes in the street when riding on his way. And after learning all of this, he felt the time was now to reach out to his mom and dad and chat with them about how to get a bike, one of his own, so he could ride around. He'd saved some money from his chores and used it to help out. And as his mom and dad agreed it's much more than a toy, he started singing gleefully as he was filled with joy. Pedaling my bicycle I know will bring me joy. Bicycles are made for all the girls and all the boys. Some are red and some are blue and some are even white. And if I could, I surely would go riding day and night. I like to ride my bicycle, oh can I pedal you? I like to ride my bicycle, not one wheel but two. I like to ride my bicycle, yes, ride you down the street. Oh, I like to ride my bicycle because it can't be beat. The morning came. Today they'd go and look at all the bikes. There was a store down Middle Main that he had in his sights, for they sold toys like dolls and games, but also sold much more. And as the plan was for a bike, they knew they had the store. He looked at bikes, some big and small, in different colors too. Some had one wheel and some had three, but he just wanted two. Some were made for going fast with gears from 1 to 10, and some were made for cruising slow while riding with a friend. Other bikes had baskets on with racks upon the back. They were designed to carry things like groceries or packs. But Billy wanted him a bike much smaller than the rest, so he could ride it perfectly and put it to the test. The bike he found was really nice. The bars were wrapped in pads, so if he had an accident, it wouldn't be so bad. It also was the color blue, which he had called his fave. A helmet, if it only matched, would also be the rave. And on that note, the bike was pulled and ready for the sale. Billy couldn't wait until the moment he could tell his friends and family all about the day down at the store, but now he'd wait as they deliver right up to his door. His mom and he would hurry home to ready for the bike and tell his dad just what they bought and asked if it's all right. that they all go out for a ride, to which his dad said yes, but only if the kids agreed to wear a safety vest. They dropped the bike off right away, not one moment too soon, and as they pedaled off, he sang a friendly little tune. When I ride my bicycle, I like to ring the bell, and sometimes I put cards inside the spokes so folks can tell. When I'm coming down the street, because they hear the vroom, they wave as I go riding by and give me plenty of room. I like to ride my bicycle, oh can I pedal you? I like to ride my bicycle, not one wheel but two. I like to ride my bicycle, yes, ride you down the street. Oh, I like to ride my bicycle because it can't be beat. They rode around their little town until the streetlights shined, and all the time spent on the ride was nothing short of fine. After riding, they got home and laughed about their day. They talked about where they could ride and places they could stay, like in the meadow, as it was a perfect spot to see. In the middle, they could park beneath the large oak tree. They also planned to take a ride up to see the lake. Enjoying their time on the shore, their fishing poles they'd take. He also heard from Alice that a ride up to the farm with apple trees and picket fences surely was a charm. And finally, they'd take a ride and park right by Big Fish. To take a picture with his bike had always been a wish. For in the town, he realized there were so many spots that they could ride their bicycles. He knew they'd never stop. And at this time, his mother said it's time for them to sleep. He had to go and wash his face and also brush his teeth. He ran to kiss his mom and dad, then went to jump in bed and couldn't wait to get tucked in and rest his weary head. And as he slowly slipped to sleep, he then began to dream of riding on a BMX and racing for a team. He dreamt that he rode really fast around a big dirt track, went up and over hills and bumps and rode it front to back. He skidded across the finish line and dreamt he won the race, and knew that while he fell asleep, a smile was on his face. He couldn't wait for sleep to end or morning to arrive, for now his dreams were filled with songs about the bike he'd ride. I tried to pop a wheelie or to jump it off a curb, and I remember safety first, at least that's what I heard. But even so, I like to go as fast as I can ride, and when I stop, I'd like to lock my brakes so that I slide. I like to ride my bicycle, oh can I pedal you? I like to ride my bicycle, not one wheel but two. I like to ride my bicycle, yes, ride you down the street. Oh, I like to ride my bicycle because it can't be beat.
Billy and the Bicycle, narrated by Brandon McAlister. Print illustration by Sidney McAlister Aspinall. Music production by Cameron Palmer and Tyler Hobbs. Mixed and recorded at Van Studios.